Yes, yes, yes. Mr. Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And are we live? Are we live? Boom. And we are live. Okay. So, where we at? Let me fix the screen before we commence. Proper dapper. Okay, let's get this right. Let's get this right. Let's get this. Yeah. And there we are. What's the visibility like on that? Visibility is good and sharp and almost on time. Okay, so yes, we are back again. It's the boxing talk with Rafi. Is it a boxing talk? Well, it's boxing talk. This one isn't called boxing talk. It's a matter of fact. Rat-tat-tat-tat. What is it called? It's the... Where is it? That's not it. Boxing talk is a matter of fact. Rat-tat-tat-tat. What is it called? It's the... Where is it? Okay, is it? That's not it. Okay, that's the sound check. That's the sound check, and the sound is good. Okay. Salute to the Combat Radio Nation. Indeed. So, what is it? What are we dealing with? What did I call this one? Let's get this one up. You know how we do. Let's get the title up in the banner, or whatever they call it. There is that thing. Let's get that written up. Okay. WBL, IBF. What else? Oh dear. That's something there. That's something that needs to be corrected ASAP. Gotta do it right away while we're warming into this thing. Let's get this thing straight. Okay. Let's have a little look here. Let's correct that. Boom. Sorted. Joshua versus Usyk. Yeah. That's good. That's correct. Let's put this in here. Let's save that. Let's come across and get that in. Boom. Okay, so we're showing that. What else we got to do? Let's do this real smooth like. How are we gonna do this? Boom. Okay. Let's move over to the YouTubes. And I'm waiting for this thing to come up. Okay. So now the link is pinned. Okay. So let's have a look. Okay. So we can afford to drop that. Yeah, we can drop that like so. I think everything's good. Everything seems to be shipshape and Bristol fashion, and we are ready to go. As a matter of fact, let's just share this. Let me share my shizzle. Don't be selfish, Rafi. Don't be selfish. Okay. Let's get this up. And let's share this. Uh-oh. Not going to do it that way. No. Let's do the quick version. Quick share. What is this? Where's the other one? Where's the other thing? Where is the other? Oh, there it is. Boom. Let's have a look. Okay, and we are live now. Boom. We are live now. Where's the other one? We are live now. Boom. Okay, I've done my duty. Alright, okay. Now, let's get into this shiznix. Okay, so what we're doing today, first of all, hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. You are in tune to the post-weigh-in Joshua versus Usyk post-weigh-in final observations. So this is the final observation show where we will finally observe. Well, it's the last thing to observe before the fight. So let's get into this thing. We're gonna look at the weigh-in, and we're gonna have our final say. It's the final show before the fight. Of course, I will be covering the fight tomorrow night, Saturday, the 25th of September. Joshua versus Usyk for the unified heavyweight championship of the world, the whole wide world. Okay, and in comes the man like the Cal L, the Aaron D. Daly, the Wizard Sleeves, top cruiserweight, ordinary heavyweight. Dime. Will those prove to be prophetic words? From the Wizard Sleeves? Okay, hey, only time will tell. First sip from my cup. What's in my cup? What's in Raffi's cup? Okay. Aaron Daly, I was surprised there wasn't a massive size difference at the weigh in between them. Massive size difference. Well, what was the difference? We've got 6'3" versus 6'6", or is it 5? 6'5". 3 versus 6'5", 6'6". And we got 221 pounds versus 240 pounds. 221 versus 240. That's a 19-pound size difference. What's that? That's like 19 pounds. So 14 pounds is a stone over here in the UK. 1 stone. That's 14 and 21. So it's like what? Stone and a half. It's almost exactly a stone and a half, if not exactly a stone and a half. What we got here? The Philip Carl Roberts is in the building. Calm before the storm. Yeah. Bronze Plumber. 20 pounds difference, 21 pound difference. 1.5 stone. Okay. 21 pound difference, I believe. Yeah, 19 pounds. Hold on. That's 19 pounds difference. 19 pounds. If he's 221 and Joshua's 240, that's a 19-pound difference. 1.5 stone. Okay. So, yeah. What's going on there? Okay, yeah. So, smaller differential or larger differential. Some people expected Usyk to be a little bit heavier. I did see a noticeable size difference. There was a noticeable size difference, and there was a difference in the size. As a matter of fact, let's go straight into this thing. Hold on. No, don't do that. Don't do it like that. Do it like this. You don't want to go and do it like that. Let's do it properly. Let's share this shizzle. Let's have a look. What's the visibility like? Okay. Hold on. What's this saying? What's this saying? Yeah, that's good. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's see what we can see. See what's crack-a-lacking. That's a long scroll. That's a long scroll. That's a long scroll. Yes, yes, yes. Big up the chat. Okay. Okay, and here he comes. Here comes. Stop it there. Here comes the man as he emerged. Alexander Usyk. There he is. There he is. I'm coming. I'm coming, Anthony. I'm coming, Anthony. Okay. There he is. People say he's different. Smash that like, hit that subscribe, hit that super chat, hit that PayPal, hit the share, hit all of the good buttons. Some people say he's different. There's just something different about him. But what I see is a man right there who's trying to keep it together, trying to hold his nerve together. Earlier on in the show, in the weigh-in show, I showed you around the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Shame I couldn't make it, but you know, COVID took a hit with the COVID. Usyk with a top Charlie Bronson impersonation. People say he's different. I don't really see him as so different. Not outside the ring. Right there, what I see is a man who's trying to keep control of his emotions. Say ice runs through his veins. A Ukrainian, whatever. You know, the cyborg. He ain't no cyborg. He's a very, very human. Showed us extensively around the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It is it's new. It's relatively new, if not brand new, and very impressive. And Joshua said when he went there, he was awestruck. He was awestruck. And of course, he went there prior, some weeks ago, to film the adverts. This will be Alexander's first time in the stadium. And he would have been taken aback. He would have been awestruck. And you see it on his face. That ain't ice. Ice doesn't run through his veins. It's normal blood. Normal blood. The blood that you and I have. And you can see it on his face. You can see it on his face. He was definitely aware of the gravity of the occasion. There he is, the man from the Ukraine, Alexander Usyk. Okay, so that was Usyk's entrance. Usyk in the building. He turned out to be 221 pounds. Okay, and then came Joshua. Okay, let's move it along a little bit better. Where is he? Okay, so that was the first glimpse. Was that the first glimpse? Dang, might as well just left it there. Dang. Okay, so now we had Joshua and Usyk on the stage, and first thing that struck me was that Joshua looked very, very comfortable. Very comfortable. He did look bulky compared to normal. He should be faster than Joshua in theory. In theory, he should be faster than Joshua, but he's put the extra bulk on. It's only 4 pounds more than when he fought Chisora. Who are ya? Chisora. But he did look noticeably bulkier. Theoretically, he should be faster than Joshua, theoretically. But we gon' see. We gon' see. So, yeah, Joshua looked very, very comfortable. Very, very comfortable to me. That's one thing that I noticed. Joshua's been working for a while now. Like, what, 2 years? With some mind coaching. They're big on that. And before anybody goes, oh, mind coaching, it's weak. Well, hey, tell that to the Klitschko's. Tell that to the Russians, the Eastern Europeans. They're big on that mind coaching. They're big on it. It's a big thing over there. And yeah, mental preparation. The thing that strikes me with Joshua is that he didn't want to say. They asked him if he respected Usyk. And I noticed that Joshua, he didn't want to say that. He said, listen, it's a fight. I'll respect him after the fight. Let's get the fight done first. First things first, let's get the fight done. Joshua's been having mind coaching, and I think it takes a little bit of time to get it right for the coach and the client to gel. But I think it's gelled. You're saying he didn't want to say he respects Usyk before the fight. He says, hey, we respect each other after the fight. He also said, yeah, what was I thinking? He also said, yeah, it's just another day in practice. It's just another day in training. This is part of the training camp. And I could see, yeah, that was the mind coach business. Don't look at it as something special, separate. Look at it as part of your training camp. This is part of camp. It's just a continuation of camp. This is just the culmination of camp. And I thought that was very, very telling, because thinking that way, you don't put pressure on yourself, or you don't feel the pressure of the fans of the world on your shoulders. It's just part of the camp. And you're calling camp, yeah? You're calling camp, so you're calling the fight then, because this is part of the camp. I thought it was very good. Very, very good strategy. Self-law in the building. Joshua looked relaxed, a lot better than in the press conference. I thought he was cool in the press conference as well, to be honest. But yeah, definitely looser. Lennox used the mind coach, did he? I did not know that. That's interesting. Okay, super dope. Up in the building. Bulkier and faster, a rare combination. Interesting. It's normally one or t'other. Man is hyped for tomorrow. Fantastic card. I feel like a kid on Christmas Eve. Where we at? Lane Nevlin up in the building. Can't wait till tomorrow. Got my ticket, got my hotel. I'm busting for it. Team Joshua, what a fight. OMG. Well, you know we're going to be covering it live over here on the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. So let's talk some more about this Shizniks. I can't wait for tomorrow. I'll be watching it in Hennessy's with a white rum and cranberry. What's Hennessy's? Is it a bar? Watching it in Hennessy. Damn, I was going to say I should watch it in a bar. I just remembered I'm live. I'm doing it live right from Dawkins Towers. Live from Dawkins Towers. I should title it that. Live from Dawkins Towers. Joshua versus Usyk. Okay, so yeah, we got the mind. I'll be drinking spiced rum. Yeah, I don't know what with. Hey, whatever's available. think the Marku fight will be good too, right? For an upset. Yeah, possibly. Of course, Marku didn't make weight straight away. Yeah, so my observation is Joshua looked very, very comfortable. The mind coaching is working, I believe. Well, we're gonna see, aren't we? And Usyk, this is our first glimpse of Usyk as he made his way to the scales. Now, you can't say the guy's fat. Can't say he's fat. He's a little bit bulkier, perhaps, than we've been accustomed to seeing him. But I wouldn't call that fat at all. Okay, so Usyk was weighed, 221. 221 on the scale. A little bit less than, who's that in the back? James Corden? A little bit less than perhaps expected. What's this? Spiced rum and ginger beer and lime will be going down tomorrow night. Dime. Okay, so that was Usyk on the scale. Followed by, of course, can't wait to see Usyk do his thing. Dang, okay, that's good stuff. Where was you yesterday? Where was you the other day when we was doing the votes? Not one vote for Usyk winning the fight, South Floor. Not one vote for Usyk winning the fight. That was somewhat surprising to me when we did the poll, but hey. Okay, so what's going on? Let's jumped ahead a bit. Didn't want to jump so far ahead. If I jump too far back, dang. This thing is super sensitive. Okay, that's perfect. It's coming through. Yeah, I'm being very serious. Not one vote for Usyk winning. As I was on Wednesday. Okay, and AJ took the scale. That's 25 notes. That's 25 notes. Hope AJ off to the zone. I see what you mean. The pay-per-view. Yeah, pay-per-view. I doubt it, mate. He's gonna be where the biggest money is. And AJ came in at 240. Okay, we're gonna have to get rid of that comment. What the hell is self-law on? Okay, let's get that up out of there. We don't need unsavory language, self-law. And in comes a man. What happened? Hold on a second. Hold on. What happened? Hold on. Stay there for a second, Leighton. I'm coming for you. Stay there for a second. Why can't I do both? Why can't I have both on? Why can't I do both at the same time? Okay. Well, anyway, in comes the man like Leighton Evelyn. Talk to me.
What's going on, Rafi, brother? All good.
Yes.
Can't wait for tomorrow, brother. Can't wait. I'm busting for it.
Exciting. I'm very excited. And I'm very happy with the way how Joshua's looking nice and relaxed. It looks like he's growing into his position. Sometimes, you get to the throne, but as we've seen, we've got the royal family over here. You get to the throne, but it takes some work before you can really get comfortable with it. And it looks to me like Joshua is getting comfortable with his position.
Raf, he looks so confident. I think he knows he's done all the hard work, and he's not bragging. He's not saying, I think he's just staying normal. He got a trick up his sleeve. He's not scared of Usyk. He knows he got Usyk's number. But Usyk is a tricky customer. But Raf, I can see the confidence oozing off him. He knows he got him. He got him, bruv.
He knows. I'm not going to comment on the ladies. I'm not going to comment on the ladies on the stage. I'm not going to do it. He knows it, mate. He knows. I see the confidence. Hold on. Why am I jumping ahead? Well, I'm trying to do this. You need a lot of finesse. You need a lot of finesse to do this, Shiznix. What we're looking at? Okay. Usyk not even a killer at cruiser. OMG. I will be sober for the fight. I'll be sober, but I'm going to be having. I'll have a rum on deck. I'll be having the spice rum on deck, within arm's reach. You know, just a little tipple, I will be sober.
Raf, he needs to get one of those Usyk fans on. Get that Usyk fan on. Get him on. He's talking all this stuff in the chat. Get him on.
Self-law's welcome. Self-law's welcome to come in. You got the link is in the chat. Where is Subscriller? Mind you, Subscriller works nights if I remember correctly. So it's not always available. Okay, both fighters look. Nah, don't say that. I don't think that. I think one looks more on point than the other. I think one looks leaner and meaner than the other. But Usyk, nobody's writing Usyk off. Can't write Usyk off. But listen, I'm just being logical and pragmatic. We've seen Usyk 3 times recently, or 2 times recently at heavyweight, and he failed to impress. So why all of a sudden is he going to be fighting a higher caliber opponent than the opponents he's fought before and look much better than he looked against those opponents? It don't make sense. On pure, practical, common sense, it don't make sense that Usyk will be fighting higher caliber opponent than he's fought at heavyweight previously and look better against the higher caliber. It don't make sense, mate. I'm telling you, just don't make sense. It's not to say it can't happen.
And Raf with Usyk's never been punched as hard as he's going to get punched tomorrow, I mean. And whether he's been in with Klitschko, but his sparring, it's not full-on knockout punches. He's going to sleep, mate. He's going to sleep. Forget his distance stuff. He's going to sleep.
Layton, about a week or 2 ago when we spoke, you weren't so sure. You're brimming with confidence tonight. But a couple weeks back, you weren't so sure, my friend. You weren't so sure.
100%, I agree. But I watched the Chisora fight earlier, and I watched the Chaz Witherspoon fight earlier, and I could see it. It's like he was hitting Chisora, and he was peppering him with everything, and Chisora was just like backing up. He did beat Chisora, fair and square, he did. But he's got no punch. He's got no power in his thing. And Joshua's going to walk for him. He's not, and Chisora do not punch like Joshua. Joshua is going to knock him out. I've changed my tune now, Draft. Straight up. He's going to knock him out, mate.
Fair play. Well, that's what happens as he gets closer to the fight. People get locked in. People zero in. They analyze. They watch previous fights. They do a little bit of film. They do their own little bit of film study. And they come to their conclusions, and then come fight night, people tend to get locked in to how they feel. And Self-Law says, sorry, I'm on a crappy lappy. Usyk gonna win. What's this? Yes. Donovan Williams up in the building. People clearly want to talk about this Shiznix. And there's another person who wants to talk about this Shiznix, and he goes by the name of... Introduce yourself, sir.
Fight Doctor's in the house on Rick James status. As always, good evening, gentlemen.
Shout out the Fight Doctor, mate. This is coming from the Anthony Joshua cheerleading contingent.
So I'm going to make myself an honorary member today. Well, shout out to Mr. Evelyn.
Okay. If that uppercut lands, it's Sweet Caroline and over. Why do they keep on playing that song? It gets on my last nerve. That damn song I used to hear when I was a kid, and it made me feel depressed even back then. Damn it. Where are we? Okay, so Fight Doctor. Well, I'll talk to everybody, I guess. Fight Doctor. Joshua is looking very comfortable, in my humble opinion.
I don't get too comfortable. It's still a fight. Anything can happen. I think he should be confident, but I don't think he should be too comfortable.
Let me live confident. I'll rephrase it. Anthony Joshua is looking confident. He looks like he's brimming with confidence. It looks like, yeah, he's confident.
Well, listen, as long as he's put in the work and as long as he's got the game plan together and he's done his homework, then yeah, I see this. I see this going one of two ways, and it depends on the strategy and the game plan that Usyk brings. If Usyk comes to win, he gets knocked out. If Usyk comes to survive, then he loses by decision. That's how I see this happening.
I agree 100% there, Fight Doctor, because I think that's what Usyk's going to do. He's going to feel the power and he's going to run all night. He's going to run all night to make Joshua look at him and stink the house out. But the fans ain't going to have it. Trust me, we're going to be shouting, we're going to be screaming, and we're going to demand. And Joshua's going to give us what we need, mate. And if Usyk falls for that trap and wants to trade with Joshua, it's good night, Irene, mate.
Time. What's going on here? I'm edging it to Joshua, but Usyk can still be dangerous in my opinion. Joshua needs to avoid those fast hands. Well, Joshua's going to have to walk this cat down. He's going to have to walk this cat down because I see Usyk. Hey, but there's lots of variables. One variable is that Joshua walks him down. With that,
but Raf, everyone's saying Usyk got these fast hands.
I haven't finished though. What I'm saying is that Joshua's going to have to walk him. One variable is that Joshua will have to walk him down, and Usyk will be dancing, doing the Ukrainian national dance live in the ring. That's one theory. So Joshua, if that's what he's going to have to do, then he's going to have to use a very educated and very clever jab. He's going to have to mix up the pace of the jab. It's going to be fast and then not so fast. He's going to have to mix up the intensity of the jab, the power of the jab. So he's going to have to be using feints. I think I see plenty of feints going on and boom, boom. And then heavy shots after the feints. Yeah. That's one theory. One variable. Another variable is that Usyk takes it to Joshua. We know that Usyk is a bit of a slow starter where he tries to feel the man out, and I expect that he's going to be doing the same thing. So Joshua will, I think, initially have to be walking. He'll have to be walking Usyk down because Usyk likes to get the read. But while he's walking Usyk down, I think he's going to have to use his feints, an educated jab, mix up the pace, mix up the intensity, mix up the power. So while Usyk's trying to figure out Joshua's got to be using feints himself, making it difficult. It can't be just a straight power thing. I think it's going to require some feints. Leighton Everett, you were saying.
Yeah, what I'm saying is everyone's saying is Usyk's going to have the speed on Joshua, but how is he really? When Joshua can chuck like six combination punch in 1 second. Joshua's quick. Joshua is quick. He could do 100 meters in like 11 seconds. He's Olympic speed, like near enough. He is quick, but like everyone thinks that Joshua is slow, clunky, robotic, and like only person who thinks that Usyk hasn't got a chance is the Fight Doctor. But I'm telling you now, it's a fight. It's a fight. The only thing that Joshua's got to do is break him down systematically, hit him in the arms, hit him in the chest, hit him everywhere. Just keep him at bay, and time him. Timing is what Joshua is good at. When he comes in, because Usyk likes inching six inches on his toes every time. Inches in, and then lunges. Joshua times him. It's good night, Irene, mate. But what everyone's saying to me, and I'm listening online, everyone's saying Usyk's got the speed. I don't think he's got the speed. I really don't think he's got the speed, and he's going to realize he may have the speed with his feet, but he ain't got the speed with his hand power.
Yeah. I kind of agree. I think that anyone expecting there to be some kind of significant speed advantage from Usyk, I think they're going to be surprised. Joshua might be the faster man. There it is. I said it.
So here's the problem with the speed argument in favor of Usyk. The question has to be: is Usyk fast enough to evade the jab, get in, get off his shots, and get out without catching a counter? Now, if he's fast enough to do that, he'll win. If not, he's probably going to get knocked out. That's how I see it.
It's going to be
100%.
It's going to be real interesting because Joshua's got what 4-inch reach advantage, and I think he's going to make it show. It's going to show. It's going to tell. Usyk can't be dancing around like a hummingbird around Joshua without getting touched. I think he will get touched. He's going to get touched hard. At some point, I think he's going to get touched so hard he's going to fall over.
And Raf, you've got to think like it's the first time, UK. It's the first time we've got the big crowds back. We've got the big crowds back, and Josh is used to the big crowds. He's been missing that. He's got the big crowds. He's going to want to put on a show, mate, because he knows the other two clowns are fighting 2 weeks later. Do you know what I mean? He wants to put on a show. Trust me, mate. It's happening. It's happening. Trust me.
He's not going to make the mistake of trying to put on a show to his own detriment like he did over in New York, though. I think he's learned from that mistake about putting on a show. I think Joshua, his mind is in a good place. He's gonna do what he's been doing in training camp.
Yeah, and if worst case scenario, he is under the thing, he can go back on the back foot and jab him and move. Because I don't want to be biased, but I really do think he will get a judge's decision, even if he do lose it by a round or two. He's still going to get a judge's decision, and he'll know that in the back of his mind. So if he comes to, he got to revert back to that, he'll revert to that. But I can't see it happening. But I'm just saying, worst case scenario, he's going to look to not get knocked out, and I don't think Usyk's got the power. To knock him out anyway. Usyk's got the power to hurt him and hit him only if he gasses out, but he's dropped down somebody. He ain't going to gas out, mate. You've seen him with the Ruiz. He didn't gas out. He didn't even look gassed. You know what I mean? He could have gone another 2 rounds.
Yeah. Anyone seen the Tyson Spinks scenario? So I think Donovan Williams saying anyone seeing Joshua just going in there and blowing out Usyk. Hey, if it happens, it happens. That's not what I'm seeing. I see Joshua just making Usyk burn up more energy out of stress at the bigger, longer man. If he catches some glancing blows, and he feels the damn air move. That's gonna put him on high alert. You're gonna be burning up more energy than you usually do. So it's a question of how does Alexander Usyk's nervous system respond to the fact that he's in there with probably the heaviest hitter he's ever been in there with. You can say, well, he did some sparring.
Raf, it's not probably. It is the hardest hitter.
Well, you can say that he's been in there with Dr. Steelhammer, but Dr. Steelhammer didn't have as many ways to hurt you as Joshua does. I think Joshua packs more power overall when you look at his variety of shots. So, yeah.
I was sparring, Raf.
And that was sparring. Yeah, exacte mundo. So you're going to have to look at another variable is how taxing will it be for Alexander Usyk under those conditions. Then you flip that and you say, well, on Joshua's side, he's in there with possibly the best boxer he's ever been in there with. Is that going to tax his nervous system, or has that been taken care of in training camp? Joshua looks very confident, so I doubt that would be a variable. I doubt that to be the case, like never.
Yeah, Raf, can I say shout out to the fight doctor? Because all day on TV, I've been listening to people saying that Usyk is as good as Evander Holyfield or better than Evander Holyfield. And the fight doctor shut me down straight away, and I agreed with him. He ain't nowhere near Evander Holyfield's level. He's good, he's great, he's good, whatever. But Evander Holyfield's a different animal. But all I'm watching on Sky Sports TV today is he's as good as Evander Holyfield, if not better. Bull crap.
Yeah, that's punch drunk talking right there. There are no comparisons to be made between Usyk and Evander Holyfield. Holyfield was a legend by the time he got to the heavyweight division. And if I'm not mistaken, Holyfield was the heavyweight champion, the undisputed lineal heavyweight champion in his second fight at the weight. So there's no comparisons to be made here. I mean, Holyfield had a Hall of Fame career at light heavyweight, at cruiser, and then had another one at heavyweight. Usyk has yet to do that. You know, he's had the Hall of Fame career at cruiserweight, but can he do it at heavyweight? You know, as spectacular as Evander Holyfield did. Let's not forget, Evander Holyfield at heavyweight was spectacular. Okay? In his wins and in his losses, he was spectacular. And he only lost to the very best. So,
we watched us three watched the Evander Holyfield live. We've watched the Evander Holyfield live. These people I think are talking, haven't watched the Evander Holyfield live. They're watching Usyk and they're thinking, no. You don't compare the two, bro. I 100% agree with that.
Different animal. Usyk is extremely talented, highly accomplished boxer, but you know what? It's a lot with the feet. It's mostly with the feet. Usyk is about the feet, and then the hands come second. Evander Holyfield, he was a banger. He was a banger, straight banger. So
one just a banger, Raf. He had a chin like granite. He could take the best punch. You know what I mean? And it's like you was unheard of. All right, forget the rumor he was on the roids and all that, because obviously he must have. But don't take that away from him. The guy was just exceptional. There's never going to be someone else like him again, mate. And that's why it's unfair for his legacy to put this guy into saying Evander Holyfield. Listen, mate, you've got to go through more trials and tribulations to even put yourself in the same sentence as his thing. Just because you're a cruiserweight, you're not the same as Evander Holyfield. That's all I'm saying.
You guys still there?
My bad.
Are you there? I can hear you. What happened then?
My bad. I was talking on mute. Big up the lady Shan up in the building. What we got?
Raf, let me give Lady Shan a shout out. Let me give her a shout out. That's the best female UK boxing channel on YouTube. Facts, mate. The best UK female. The woman is on point, mate.
There we go. Endorsement indeed. That's the lady Shan up in the building. And an interesting question was asked. What's going on here? Philip Carl Roberts trolling. I'm handing out worse advice than Rob McCracken. Who's Rob McCracken? Tyson, what's his name's trainer? Rob McCracken. You're saying he's giving Joshua bad advice? Philip Carl Roberts there doing a little bit of trolling. Okay, no problem. But what's the question? The question is, how would you advise Usyk to approach Anthony Joshua? It's a tough one. Because the reach, whichever kind of striking art you take part in, whether it be kickboxing, Muay Thai boxing, they always tell the longer man, look, you're the longer man, use your reach. And that's a 4-inch reach advantage. That's from someone who knows how to throw, someone with an educated jab, someone with a left hook, a right hook, a killer uppercut. You tell me. I mean, I would want to be his coach. Obviously, he's going to tell him to use your feet and dart in and out. But when he's darting in, if he's catching things, if he's catching shots, he's not going to want to dart in. So what does he do then? So then he skirts around and he hopes to just pick off. He wants Sugar Ray. He wants to do a Sugar Ray Leonard versus which one? He wants to do his Sugar Ray
Duran. Roberto Duran.
Yeah. The first fight. Yeah. He wants to be the Sugar Ray. He wants to be the Sugar Ray Leonard against Duran in the first fight. Because remember, in the second fight, Sugar Ray planted his feet. But in the first fight, he was dancing around and just picking here, picking there, and he lost the fight. So it ain't gonna be easy. For Usyk.
And the thing is, Raf, if you comes into Joshua's mid-range, the punches will hurt harder.
Let me finish my sentence, brother. It ain't gonna be easy for Usyk to just pick away and get away. Pick away and get away. Pick away. It ain't gonna be easy all night long. all night long. Jeez. I don't know if people realize it just ain't going to be easy. Not to say it's going to be a walk in the park for Joshua, but Joshua has the advantages. Let's not mess around. Let's not mess around. Joshua has the advantages in most categories.
Okay, but there's one very important category where his
Carry
advantage
on.
is questionable.
I'm going to step away for a second. Carry on.
Usyk, from my reading at least, in my estimation, Usyk has the gas tank advantage, which could be very important here.
Possibly, but it's not factual because when Joshua fought Ruiz, his gas tank changed because he's lightened down, and when he fought Pulev, he did bust the gasket midway. You are right there, yeah, you are right. So I will go with that.
Yeah, so Usyk is a 12-round fighter, and he's used to boxing and moving for 12 rounds, and listen, if if there are shades of Joshua Klitschko, when I think it was round 5 or 6, Joshua hits the wall rather hard, and Usyk is standing in front of him, still dancing around, Joshua could have some problems, So I just hope that I just hope that Team Joshua. Yeah, I just hope the Team Joshua, has addressed the stamina issues.
I agree 100%. I hope he has. But the thing is when Usyk hits him, can he knock him out? Because if Joshua grabs him, because he's a bigger guy, grabs him, slows it down, and UK crowd, the ref and all that, Joshua, I can't see Usyk knocking him out. So I thought about it, and I just really can't see him knocking him out. I could see him stunning him or whatever, but not actually knocking him out. And then Joshua will go into survival mode if he had to, we got there, and grab hold of him, grab him, get broken up, get him messy, and get his win. That's how he got his win against Klitschko.
Actual Facts and Santos up in the building. Good to have you. Yeah, it's a great point. It's a great point made by the Fight Doctor. Yeah. Hey, the advantage, you asked for the advantage. The one advantage that I see from Usyk is the gas tank, potentially the gas tank. But guess what? We kind of addressed that. Is the gas tank going to be as good as normal under pressure? I put it to you, members of the jury. Under pressure, gas tank suffers. So that's another interesting scenario. Okay, so Evander, great. Now, oh, by the way, anybody who wants to jump in. Link is in the chat, pinned in the chat.
Lady Chan,
okay,
jump on. Get Lady Chan on. Listen, she's legendary. Get her on.
So can I address Mr. Williams?
Williams?
So,
yeah.
So Evander is a great, but he had his struggles at heavyweight. Holmes, Foreman, Cooper. So now the Cooper fight, that's a bit of an anomaly because Holyfield was fighting in front of his hometown crowd, and from what I understand, was a bit distracted, for whatever reason. But once he saw that Cooper meant business, and I think after the knockdown, that very next round, Holyfield woke up and then took Cooper out. But now those other names, if you look at the names,
well, who doesn't struggle? Who doesn't struggle? Who doesn't have their struggles? This ain't no walk in the park. This ain't like taking candy from a baby. This is boxing. Struggles are a part of boxing. So,
yeah, well, but you have to look at who he struggled against. Now, and Mr. Williams says that Evander Holyfield struggled against Larry Holmes and George Foreman. So my question to Mr. Williams would be, who doesn't struggle against Larry Holmes and George Foreman?
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, both of those guys are legitimate top 10, top 5 at the weight.
Different leaders, different fighters. I know, I agree. That leader's the better leader. But it's different leaders. You can't compare leaders. It's not fair. It's just not fair.
Well, the bottom line is that struggles are a part of the game. Struggles are a part of the game. Wins and losses are a part of the game. Funny enough, I was watching what was it? What's his name? Barbershop Conversations from a few nights ago when he had Malik Scott and the Bomb Squad people. And what did they say? What did Malik Scott say?
But
He said,
Raph,
I haven't finished my sentence, man. Let me finish my sentence.
Sorry, brother.
All right. And then he said, Malik Scott said, and the rest of them said, hey, you know, which great champion didn't lose? Wins and losses. They're part of the game. Okay, but were they saying that when Joshua lost to Ruiz? I don't recall them saying that when Joshua lost to Ruiz. Wins and losses are a part of the game. They weren't saying that when Joshua lost to Ruiz, but they're saying that all of a sudden now. But anyway, they're right. Wins and losses are a part of the game. You can't get around it. Struggles are a part of the game. It ain't no walk in the park. It ain't no walk in the park. Your favorite fighter lost at some point. Unless you're telling me your favorite fighter is Rocky Marciano, in which case I don't believe you. But it could be true. Leighton Evelyn, you were saying.
Yeah, what I was saying is I watched that and he was saying like the whole team, we're not fully yes men. We're not yes men. But every one of them was like the worst yes men I've ever seen in my life. And it's like I was watching Malik Scott sat there butt naked in a purple robe. It's like, can you imagine Rob McCracken sat there in a purple robe naked, praising up Joshua, saying he's the best fighter ever? That's not a trainer, mate. That's a cheerleader.
Yeah, I did notice the silk robe. He wasn't naked underneath, but I did notice the silk robe. He was bare-chested. He looked like some kind of 70s pimp.
Okay, exaggeration, naked, but I didn't want to. I left that for the imagination. But you know what I mean, bro? It was just still wrong all the time. They come in, and if you hear one of them, they were all wrong, and one of them come in and they talked about Joshua and they called him a house end. Like, so, I mean, it's like, why are you saying that when Joshua even said he thinks Wilder will knock out Fury, but straight away they just attack Joshua. But they're supposed to be pro-black, but because you're British, you're not black. Do you get me? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, listen, it's not, listen, the agenda over there is clear, and it's to caress Deontay Wilder's third eye with their tongues. The fight, doctor.
Yeah, I need to set some things straight. Now, look, first of all, I will admit that on this side of the pond, there are lots and lots of Deontay Wilder fanboys. I freely admit that. I do not count myself as one of them. All right. I have been here and I have criticized Deontay Wilder and will do so again in the future if given reason. All right. Now, having said that, right, I would like for you guys to admit that the same thing that happens on this side of the pond with regard to Deontay Wilder happens on that side of the pond with regard to one Mr. Anthony Joshua. Mr. Joshua has his fair share of UK and European fanboys. All right? So it's not like what's going on over here with Deontay Wilder is somehow unique. It's not. By no means. Okay?
That's a different level. We've never seen the level of ass licking that we witnessed from from those channels towards Deontay Wilder. We've never seen. It's unheard of. We've never seen that level. We've never seen that level to this day.
Can I address
level.
him? Because what I'll say to you, Fight Doctor, is you don't understand. Over here, it's not like what it is over there, right? Over here, where we support Joshua, it's because he's a nobody. He's a no one like us. He went to the Olympics as an amateur, and he won the hat of the country by winning an Olympic gold medal. He got promoted, right? He got put on everything, and he got liked. Everyone liked him and loved his humility. And Joshua appeals to all. He appeals to all. But over with your country's so divisive. And listen, I know what's going on. It's injustice and all that. but he appeals to the negativity and the wrong things. Like, we support, but we can't support when he's doing it for that. It's a sport, it's a game, it's a sport. But he's using the wrong things to get it, and he's bringing in the toxic fans that are worse. And like, he can't make people support him. But I like American fighters. I won't say I won't follow Bud Crawford. I love Bud Crawford. I love the certain fighters in America. But in America, they won't like British fighters because they're British. Do you know what I mean? It's completely different, bro.
Yeah, so
that is a major. Sorry, let me come in there quickly. That is a major point. That is a major point. We over here, we like fighters from all over the world, particularly America, whereas that is not reciprocated. So it's not like for like. You fight Dr. You're saying it's like for like. It's not like for like. We like the Errol Spencers. We like the Bud Crawfords, particularly Bud Crawford.
That's simply not true. I'm sorry, but
we like talent wherever it comes from. Whereas that group we're talking about, that's not reciprocated, my friend.
That's not true. Ricky Hatton had a huge American fan base.
Okay, carry on.
Okay, so this whole talk about Americans not liking,
fighter, my friend, that's one fighter. Carry on, reel the list stuff. Come on, get the scroll from out of the cup, from under the bed.
Let's talk black fighters, black British fighters, Not like, because obviously I know the score when they like the white fighters, because I have them a clan over there, and that's when they like the white fighters.
Okay, Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis.
You hated Lennox Lewis. You hated him.
As I recall, Lennox Lewis was hated more so on that side of the pond than he was on this side of the pond.
No, misdirection, untrue, misdirection.
Look, we had no problem with Lennox over here.
You had a massive problem with Lennox Lewis. And you should be man enough to admit it.
I had no problem with Lennox Lewis.
Okay, but you know your compadres. You know many of your
now I will say this. Hold
on. You know many of your African American compadres did not feel that way. They didn't have warm feelings for Lennox Lewis whatsoever.
I will say this.
He was. I have not finished, sir. He was criticized and pilloried from pillar to post.
As I understand it, Tyson Fury is considered to be the first British heavyweight champion in 100 years.
No, not true.
I know it's not true, but that's how he's looked at. And now this isn't
by white America. By whom?
Apparently by the UK crowd.
At a time. By whom, fight doctor?
Apparently by the UK crowd. Now I will say this. The real fight fans over here.
Nonsense. Frank Bruno was a national hero and is still exceptionally highly regarded. Continue.
And Lennox Lewis is born in Britain. He is British. He moved to Canada, but he is British. He won a Canadian gold medal, but he is still British. And Britain recognise him as the best British heavyweight champion of all time. We recognise him. Tyson hates it.
He was born in London, right?
Britain. He moved. Yes. Yeah, Luke moved when he was 12. He moved when he was 12 years of age. So he is British, mate.
Right. So listen, I'll say this. The real boxing fans over here on this side of the pond in the colonies, the real boxing fans, we had no problem with Lennox Lewis. All right. Now the fanboys,
it's wrong. You all hated him, bro. You hated him. America hated Lennox Lewis. You knows it. I don't know why you're trying to pretend over it. Maybe you personally, like him, fair enough. But you know when you talk of the general demographic of America, especially the black Americans, they hated Lennox Lewis. Hated him.
Yeah. Well, look, I can't speak to that. What I do know is this, and I'm fairly confident in saying that the real boxing fans over on this side of the pond had no problem with Lennox Lewis. Right now, the fanboys.
That's not what we're talking about. Stop being disingenuous, please. We're talking about a certain group, and you know the group who spew nothing but hatred for black British fighters, whilst at the same time claiming to be Pan-African. The biggest bunch of hypocritical minstrels on YouTube.
Well, I can't relate.
100%, Raf.
But I can't relate.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Raf.
I was never a part of that group, so I can't relate. as far as I'm concerned, Lennox a legitimate all-time great and deserves his respect. And I want to go on the record as saying that first fight with Holyfield was a daylight robbery. Okay,
At the
that was
same
shameful.
time, Fight Doctor, at the same time, you're saying you agree and all this and you support him, but you were still digging, saying he's Canadian. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you're joining that same contingent, bro.
Look, I was never part of that group. I'm sorry, but I was never part of that group. When Lennox was in his when Lennox was in his prime, I was one of his biggest fans. Right? I had no problem, and I have no problem with Lennox Lewis, and I think he deserves all the respect that he's supposed to get. Which,
and once again, it's disingenuous because the group we're talking about, and that what I'm saying is correct. Lennox Lewis got pilloried. He got hate put on him from the African American contingency.
Wait, now look, listen. Lennox was hated on by more than just the African American group over here. He was hated on almost universally. Okay, but mostly universally by the people who didn't know anything about boxing. I contend that the real fight fans on this side of the pond, the people who respected the sport of boxing, the people who respect the sport of boxing, give Lennox his credit and had no problem with Lennox Lewis.
The black boxing
people like you who respect the sport of boxing.
One at a time.
Cheerleading contingent. You respect boxing, but you call Joshua and all his fans cheerleading contingent, but yet you respect boxing. I don't think you do, brother.
The black American boxing community hated Lennox Lewis. I was one of them, says New Media Today, USA Boxing. Come on, Fight Doctor. Let's have a little bit of honesty. Let's have a little bit of honesty.
Look, I can't speak for what other people do. I can only speak for myself and what I was able to observe. Okay? Now, if the question is, did Lennox Lewis get hated on by Americans? The answer to that question is yes.
Okay.
But in my view, the real boxing fans on this side of the pond gave Lennox his respect. I was one of them.
Yeah, and still avoiding the point, which is that you have a group over there in America who hate on Anthony Joshua. And I'd like you to tell me why.
They can't tell you why, Raf. You can't.
I can't speak to anyone who would hate on Anthony Joshua. There's no reason to hate on Anthony Joshua. Now I can hate on Anthony Joshua fanboys. I can do that. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
No, hold on. The question is, why do you have that contingent? Why does that contingent hate on Anthony Joshua?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's penis envy. I can't answer that question. I don't know. Because that's not part of my mentality. So I can't relate. I can't connect. It does not compute, within my computations. So I can't answer that question.
Fact, Doctor, I don't think you would ever say that if it was a British black guy, you'd ever say he's the best in the world. I don't think American black people have got it in them to say that this black guy from UK is the best in the world. I just don't think you will. For some reason, you've got this America, no matter what. It's inbred in you.
Okay, well then let me state
than anyone else.
Let me state for the record that when Lennox was on top, he was the best in the world. Period.
And hated.
I recognize Lennox's reign beginning when he beat Shannon Briggs. That's when I recognize his reign as heavyweight champion having begun. Okay? From that moment on, Lennox was the number one heavyweight in the world, the legitimate champion. Okay? And he was not knocked off of his perch until the loss to Rahman, which he avenged. Savage,
bro.
You guys
diving in and out.
You guys only started. You guys only started to appreciate Lennox Lewis after he retired.
I can't speak to that. I appreciated Lennox. Look, I became a fan when he knocked out Razor Ruddock in 2 rounds. I watched that fight live.
That was great.
I thought the way Riddick Bowe ducked Lennox Lewis, and let's call it what it was a duck. Okay? Yep. I thought it was shameful.
Yep.
I thought that Evander Holyfield having made Lennox wait for as long as he made him wait was shameful. I thought the draw, the quote-unquote draw, was shameful. In fact, no, I take that back. It wasn't shameful. It was downright criminal. That's what that was. Okay? That's what I thought then. That's what I think now. So all of this Lennox Lewis hate, I can't relate to. Because I've always been a fan.
Well, Fight Doctor, you should realize, right? You was there in the 90s when this was happening. You was there.
I watched it all unfold from top to bottom.
You know he had no love. He had no love in America. He had no love at all in America. They hated him in America. So stop pretending that because of you liked him, that they liked him. No, mates, they didn't like him. And that's what we can't understand, the British people. You know he was the best in the world, but no one gave him his respect until, well, Rafi said he retired. Do you know what I mean? Then they realized, yeah, he was the best. It's too late then, mate. He was the best and no one gave it to him because he was an American. And that's one thing with Black America, unless you're an African American, mate, we all come from Africa. But what do you know what I mean? You don't support us. Do you know what I mean? We support you, but you don't support us.
I can't listen, I can't relate.
Yeah, it's not
okay. I can't relate. I'm sorry, but I can't.
It's not
so when I look at Lennox Lewis, I didn't see all of an extra that whoever else you're talking about saw. I saw a great fighter, a very talented fighter. Okay, Lennox had his flaws, okay, but he was damn good, and he was definitely the best when he was on top.
What was his flaws? He was British flaws when he was British.
No, Lennox's flaws that he had a chance. He had a tendency to sometimes become lackadaisical. All right, and evidence of that is the first Rahman fight. He didn't take the fight seriously. He only went to South Africa 2 weeks before the fight, high elevation. That's the reason why he lost.
Yeah.
And plus, he took time out from training to film Ocean's 11. And that's why he got knocked out.
You're saying he had flaws, but he was the best around in that era. So he was the best. You can't have perfection. No one got perfection. But yeah, he was the best in that era, but he had flaws, you're saying. But if he was American, I guarantee you wouldn't be saying he had flaws.
What the hell are you talking about? Mike Tyson had flaws. Last I checked, Mike Tyson is American. I was a huge listen. Mike Tyson is one of the reasons why I started watching boxing in the first place. But guess what? The man wasn't perfect. He had flaws.
He wouldn't have had flaws if he didn't go to jail. If he didn't go to jail, Mike Tyson, he would have ringed. He would have ringed. That jail sentence killed Mike Tyson. We all know that.
Tyson fell off before he went to jail. He had already fallen off. Remember Buster Douglas? That was before he went to prison.
Yeah, but he was on the coke
and to be honest with you, he started to fall off after the Spinks fight. That's when it started.
Okay.
Anyway. And I have no problem pointing out Mike Tyson's flaws, and there were many.
You might be right. You might be right, but I love Mike Tyson so much that in my eyes, he's a hero. Do you know what I mean? I loved him. I was there in the 90s, same as you, bro. I loved him. Mike Tyson was like, he brought boxing to another level, mate. It's in the level it is now is because of Mike Tyson. And in Britain, right? I don't know if you've seen it. When he went down to, what's it called in London? What's the place called? RAF, where he come and they mobbed him. Bro, you never seen nothing like it. Brixton. When you went to Brixton, you never seen nothing like it, mate. Nothing like it. You'll never see nothing like it again. Because that guy, to what he meant to us, and he wasn't even one of ours, is how we treated him. It was just like legend, mate. Legend. And even Mike Tyson will say to this day, never seen nothing like it, mate. Police have to take him into a police station because there was too many fans just mobbing him. That would never happen in your country, mate.
Yeah. So hey, it's just Fight Doctor. We're not getting at you personally as a person. It's just that you're the American, and we're looking at you to give the American point of view. It's unfortunate that you're not acknowledging the Lennox Lewis hate. You knew it existed, but anyway, it is what it is.
Listen, I'm fully acknowledging the Lennox Lewis hate on this side of the pond. I just didn't participate in any of it.
Yeah. Okay. You didn't participate, but you have to acknowledge that you knew it existed and it was rampant over there, absolutely rampant. And that brings us to the thing. What I'm saying right now, I listened to the show over there, Barbershop Conversations, and once again, highly disparaging of Joshua. But hey, I guess they have a right to be. If they want to be disparaging, they can be disparaging, but it's not just with Joshua. It seems a bigger thing. They don't want to give UK, a black UK fighter credit. Hell no. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat, your boy Deontay Wilder himself was a part of that strange agenda when he picked Tyson Fury over Anthony Joshua. He could have been undisputed, but he just went to fight Fury instead of undisputed. So I think that's a part of it as well. They won't fight Joshua. They won't fight Dillian White. It seems like some strange kind of racism. That's how it looks like to me, Fight Doctor.
Raf, it is, and they nullify him every time. They put him down. The stuff I hear them say about Dillian White, it's ridiculous. The stuff I hear them say about Joshua, it's ridiculous. Joshua's got the 3 belts. He's a 2-time champion, unified champion. You won't show him his respect. You just won't. Even you, Fight Doctor.
Okay, yeah, that's all nonsense. I'm sorry, but that's all nonsense. That's all nonsense.
Go on, in, speak.
Yeah, you can't say Deontay Wilder ducked Anthony Joshua to fight Tyson Fury. That doesn't make any sense.
Yes, you can. When he said it his own self on his own Twitter, his own words, he said, I could have fought Joshua for more money, but I chose to fight you. Come on, bro. Keep up.
In fighting Tyson Fury, he fought the stiffer challenge and the legitimate champion in the division. What are you talking about?
No,
absolutely not the stiffer challenge.
Okay, so once again, the Anthony Joshua cheerleading contingent has made its presence known.
He just come off.
I was wondering when you guys were going to come show yourselves.
He just come off the couch.
And you just come out with the same stuff. What I said about Lennox Lewis, you've done exactly the same thing because you're calling us the Anthony Joshua.
Okay, so when James,
exact same thing. What you've actually been talking to you about, how you got no respect for the British black. You've just done it. You've just done it, mate. You've done it then.
So when Gene Tunney fought Jack Dempsey, Dempsey had been on the couch for 3 years. Now, what was Gene Tunney supposed to do? Was he supposed to not fight Jack Dempsey? Tell Jack Dempsey to go fight someone else, and then we'll fight? Or was he supposed to fight Jack Dempsey, who was the heavyweight champion at the time?
Deontay Wilder, the heavyweight champion at the time was Anthony Joshua.
Wait, how was Anthony Joshua? Who did he beat? Who did he beat?
Anthony Joshua was the unified champion of the world.
He was the unified champion of paper.
Deontay Wilder chose to fight a Tyson Fury. He'd just come off the couch instead of the unified world champion. And you know what that makes me. You know what that makes me. I will go back to history. All right. You know when Gene Tunney fought Jack Dempsey had been on the couch literally for 3 years. Deontay Wilder chose to fight a man who just come off the couch instead of the unified champion. And you know what that makes me.
And this just come off the couch business. Please stop.
Yeah, he had 2
Please
fights.
stop.
He lost 10 stone as well. He lost 10 stone as well. That's like losing a man. You've lost a man off your back on top.
So once again, when Gene Tunney beat Jack Dempsey, Jack Dempsey had been on the couch for 3 years. But we have no problem recognizing Gene Tunney as a heavyweight champion, having beaten Jack Dempsey.
Yeah,
but for some reason,
did he lose 10 stone? Yes or no?
What difference does it make?
What difference does it make? It makes a hell of a big difference.
He could have lost 10 stones. He could have lost 10 crack rocks. What difference does it make?
Yeah, it makes a big difference to conditioning. So Deontay Wilder chose to fight a Tyson Fury who just come off the couch and fought Sefa Safiri and Francesco Pianetta, and he chose to fight Tyson Fury over the unified world champion, and thus doing so, he X'd himself out.
Wait. You get to be a world champion by beating one. Which world champion did Joshua?
In doing so, he X'd
Joseph Parker, Charles Martin.
He X'd himself out of the undisputed fight. And it seems to me that Deontay Wilder would rather lose to a Tyson Fury than an Anthony Joshua. Once again, self-hatred from certain sectors of America. Self-hatred.
Are you done, sir?
I don't know how you can
shouldn't you be playing with your bell right about now?
Fight Doctor, no, listen, I speak. Listen, I don't know how you can defend, right? The Wilder decided to choose Fury, who has got no title, got no nothing, come away from nowhere. There's Dillian White waiting, there's Anthony Joshua waiting with 3 belts, and he decided to go and fight Fury. I don't know how you can, and then still say to me he was the better fighter. Stop it, mate. Stop it. How do you know when Tyson Fury gets knocked out Dillian White?
Tyson Fury was a legitimate heavyweight champion of the world.
Oh, stop it!
And once again, I ask.
Come on, stop it! Stop it!
Once again, I ask, if Joshua is this so-called champion, who did he beat to become one?
Okay, so
I just told you, Vladimir Klitschko.
Vladimir Klitschko wasn't the champion when Joshua beat him.
He beat Charles Martin. Stop it.
Any boxing fan.
Charles Martin wasn't the champion when Joshua beat him. So what are you talking about?
Any boxing fan knows what Anthony Joshua did to become unified world champion. So I'm not even going to entertain that nonsense. If you don't know, I suggest you ask somebody. You better ask somebody. Okay. So, as we move.
Bermain was a champion, yeah? All right, whatever, crack on.
As we move, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, hit the super chat button, hit the PayPal button. All of the good buttons are there at your disposal. Okay, so let me scroll down through the chat. Let me. Who in the hell has Wilder fought besides Fury? That's one for you, Fight Doctor. OMG. Wilder turned down 120 mil against AJ. He don't want it. He'd rather lose to.
Yeah, and so once again, the whole offer from DAZN or whoever it was coming from, that wasn't coming with a guarantee to fight Joshua. So no.
Oh, stop it.
There was no guarantee in that deal to fight Joshua.
Why would they pay so much money if there's no Joshua? Come on, bro. Stop it. You're not stupid. I know you're not. I know you're not stupid.
Oh dear. Okay. So as we move down, what are we saying here? Was Stavern more credible champion than Parker and Martin or even Vlad for vacant? OMG.
Stavern was not a champion.
Okay. He was the IBF World Champion when Joshua beat him. We're talking about Charles Martin. Yeah. Okay. 120 to fight. 120 mil. Okay. All right. Okay. So we went on a divergence there. Went on a divergence there. We're back on track. Back on wax. Remember why we are here. We're here to say, well, to look at this. Has anybody changed their mind? Anybody had a change of heart? Does anybody feel differently? Has anybody changed their pick? Has anyone changed their pick? To me, I think I said it. You said it in the beginning of the show. We said it all in the beginning of the show. I mean, I told you how I feel. Joshua KO, right hook, round 9.
I will say this. I'm looking for Joshua to do what a heavyweight of his caliber is supposed to do, which is take out the trash.
What?
Having said that,
who's supposed to take out the trash?
Joshua. A heavyweight of his caliber is supposed to take out the trash.
I wouldn't call Usyk trash.
So what's Wilder doing?
That's very disrespectful. Hold on. That's very disrespectful. You can't call a lineal cruiserweight champion coming up now to fight the unified heavyweight champion. You can't call him trash. Come on.
I'm not calling Usyk trash.
Have a little bit of respect.
I'm not calling Usyk trash. I will say that his opposition at heavyweight has been trash. I'll say that.
Chisora's trash? I don't think Chisora's trash.
Chisora's 40 years old, man. He does not represent the top of the heavyweight division. He does not represent near the top of the heavyweight division. He is at this point a gatekeeper.
Chisora beat Parker in my book, and Parker's a widely recognized top 10 fighter. Chisora
No,
beat.
like I said,
100%.
like I said, Chisora represents. Chisora is a gatekeeper. That's what he is.
Chisora ain't trash.
And the fact I didn't say it was all right. Fine. You know, listen. Whatever. At the end of the day, we have yet to see.
Okay.
We have yet to see.
American fight?
Carry on.
We have yet to see Usyk in front of a real heavyweight. Tomorrow we get to see that. All right, and then the truth will be known. Because at the end of the day, the point of this is to get at the truth. And tomorrow we get at the truth. Because tomorrow, Usyk will have a real heavyweight in front of him, not a 40-year-old man, not Chaz Witherspoon, a real heavyweight. And we will know the truth. And as they say, the truth will make you free. And I suspect that Usyk will be made free before the final bill is heard. That's what I suspect. Now, having said that, if this fight goes the distance and is competitive, takes the shine off of Joshua, in my opinion.
What's it going to take for Deontay Wilder to fight Joshua?
It's going to take Eddie Hearn to rediscover his manhood and bring Joshua over here. That's what I think.
Joshua has to
Why
go
is
to
it
you.
Eddie Hearn's fault? Why is it
Joshua has
Eddie
to go
Hearn's
to
fault
you.
then, Fight Doctor?
Joshua has to go to you. The unified champ has to
Because
go
the
to
money is over here. There's a reason why Lennox Lewis fought in Vegas. You want to know why?
Why don't
Chips.
Wilder come over here?
Chips. That's why. Chips.
Oh,
Why don't,
okay, Fight
Listen,
Doctor.
I find it odd. Well, look, I find it odd that a year or two ago, Eddie Hearn was talking about his U.S. invasion. Okay, his failed U.S. invasion, but at the mere thought of Hearn bringing Joshua over here to fight Wilder for his biggest payday, somehow you think is crazy.
Okay, let me say.
I'm sorry, but that fight makes more money here than it does there. It does.
Okay, let me say what I got to say first. If Joshua goes over to America and fights Wilder, pay-per-view, how many pay-per-views are you going to do, Fight Doctor?
I can't answer that. I don't know.
I'm asking you. Well, how much?
I think he does. Listen, I'll tell you what. If Wilder is somehow able to knock out Tyson Fury and look good doing it, I think that business that fight does big business in the States.
All right,
Joshua
biggest
Fury.
pay-per-view.
If Joshua can knock out Usyk, if Joshua can KO Usyk, if Wilder can knock out Fury, that fight does big business in the States, especially now. Considering
I'm asking numbers, not business, numbers. Give me an estimation of numbers. Go on.
I don't know, maybe 500,000, 750,000.
500,000. All right, 500,000. There you go, right? 500,000. I'm telling you now, if Wilder comes over here to the UK and they fight in a stadium fight, 90,000 for that, 2 million plus, 2.5 million plus. So work out the numbers. More money's here, mate.
Wait a minute. You guys sell pay-per-views for $5.69 over there. What are you talking about?
25 quid. 25 quid, which works out about $30 for you lot. So work that out. It's more money over here, mate.
No, sir. There's a reason why Lennox Lewis came over here to fight, because there was more money over here to be made.
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but look, Vegas is the capital of boxing for a reason. I'm sorry. Vegas is the mecca of boxing for a reason. They say Madison Square Garden. I disagree. Las Vegas is the mecca of boxing for a reason.
Okay, so why wouldn't Wilder come over here?
Money. There's more money to be made over here. That's why.
So it's money over accomplishments, money over accomplishments. Yeah. So you'd rather what you're saying? Wilder would rather stay over there and just stay with his one belt rather than come over to the UK and become put himself in a position where he could potentially, hypothetically, become undisputed champion. And money is the problem. Money.
May I quote Lennox Lewis, who you guys seem to be so fond of, as am I. Lennox Lewis said, and I agree, that money solves all problems. Money solves all problems. Right?
Can I say
now,
something?
There's more money to be made here than there.
Well, if it's money,
can I say something?
if it's money stopping the fight, then obviously it's not money solving problem. It's money creating a problem. You're saying that.
Eddie Hearn is the problem.
Eddie Hearn is the problem. Raph, let me say something.
I just want to
what
say
I'm
this.
saying.
You're saying that Deontay Wilder doesn't want to go for undisputed. Doesn't want greatness. He'd rather keep his ass over there in Alabama or Atlanta.
No, what I'm saying is this,
and become and put himself in a position to become undisputed.
What I'm saying is this: Eddie Hearn has no intentions of letting Deontay Wilder upset his apple cart, which is the reason why the fight didn't happen. The only way that fight happens.
Well, you got proof for that. You got proof. You got proof of that, have you?
No, that's my opinion. I can't prove that. That's my opinion. That's what I think. Okay? That's how I feel. Okay. Eddie Hearn is protecting his investment.
He's protecting
by not allowing the fight
opinion,
to happen.
Like you said. That's
because
your opinion.
Deontay Wilder would have knocked Anthony Joshua smooth the spark out.
And why didn't he do it?
It's your opinion.
Why didn't he do it? Why didn't he do it?
Eddie Hearn, that's why.
Yeah, you got an offer of 100 million, in excess of 100 million. Why didn't he do it?
Eddie Hearn kept that fight from happening. Okay, now that's the reality of the matter. Okay, Eddie Hearn, in my opinion, that's how I see it.
Eddie Hearn stopped the fight from happening, undisputed fight from happening by offering Wilder 100 million.
It's not like your guy has. Look, it's not like your guy has the best. Look, it's not like Eddie Hearn has the best record at making the big fights happen. I mean, he did promise us Joshua Fury, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
And what happened there?
And then he made it. Fury came out and said, yeah, he's made it. Prince Khalid, thank you very much. The fight has been made.
The fight has been made.
Tyson Fury's words, the fight has been made.
Right, okay. But did the fight happen? Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. You had it right. That's right. Happened. That's what happened.
Wilder won arbitration. So the fight didn't happen, but the fight was made. Tyson Fury.
The fight was it really? I must have missed it. Can you show me the replay, please?
Yeah, you can go in my videos and check it out. I've got Tyson Fury saying the fight is made, thanking Prince Khalid. Everything's done. The fight's made. Yeah, Tyson Fury said so. You want me to dig it up now?
I don't care what Tyson Fury says. All I care about is the fact of the matter. And the fact of the matter is Eddie Hearn, your boy, promised us a fight that did not happen.
He promised you a fight and he made the fight. He made the fight. Tyson Fury, Bob Arum in litigation with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder won the arbitration, which Bob Arum knew would have happened all along. So once again, they were playing silly buggers.
What does Bob Arum have to do with what the words that come out of Eddie Hearn's mouth?
So ask me that question.
What does Bob Arum have to do with the words that come out of Eddie Hearn's mouth?
The words that came out of Eddie Hearn's mouth was, "I'll make the fight," and he made the fight. Tyson Fury confirmed that the fight was made, and then the next day, the arbitrator said Deontay Wilder won the arbitration. But ultimately, listen, you can do the soft shoe shuffle all night long, but the bottom line is that Deontay Wilder walked away from undisputed on multiple occasions. Didn't want it, but yeah, it's being propped up over in America in certain quarters. But we listen.
You know what? I find it amazing. Here's what I find.
If it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's Deontay Wilder, fight doctor.
Here's what I find amazing. That the Anthony Joshua cheerleading contingent is so quick to criticize Deontay Wilder. All right? So quick to point out his inconsistencies and his whatever his flaws might be, and this, that, and the other, and the third. But when it comes time to talk about Anthony Joshua coming over here, listen, if Deontay Wilder is such the easy task, why would you have a problem with Anthony Joshua coming over here and beating him?
Listen.
I mean, honestly, if Deontay Wilder is that way, let me finish. If Deontay Wilder is that bad if
Yeah.
Deontay Wilder is as bad as you say he is,
Yeah.
then you should have no problem with Eddie Hearn and company
They had no
coming
problem
over
with
here
having the
and
first
beating
fight in America.
Deontay Wilder and
They
taking
had
home
no-
his lunch.
they
And
had
taking
no-
his lunch.
They had no problem with having the first fight over in America. Listen, Deontay Wilder, you know full damn well Deontay Wilder don't want no parts. No parts of Anthony Joshua. No parts of Dillian White. So therefore, the only person, as much of a shyster of Tyson Fury may be, at least there's a possibility that he'll accept an undisputed fight with Anthony Joshua. At least
You know what? I would be surprised if Anthony Joshua will come stateside and fight Deontay Wilder, given if Deontay Wilder somehow beats Tyson Fury.
What did you say?
I would be surprised if Eddie Hearn brings Anthony Joshua stateside to fight Deontay Wilder if Wilder can somehow manage to beat Tyson Fury, especially if Wilder looks good doing
Raf, can I say something?
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is like he's trying to make out the money's in America, right? The money ain't in America. Their biggest pay-per-view star that was there was Manny Pacquiao. He done 200,000 pay-per-views. That's Manny Pacquiao, a superstar, right? If
Floyd
Wilder
Mayweather.
come over to you,
Floyd
right?
Mayweather?
No, stop Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather.
Not even in it. Yeah, he's not there now. But Manny Pacquiao, I'm
But
talking recent times.
It's not like Floyd Mayweather retired 20 years ago. I mean, the man had his last pay-per-view real fight was
recent times now. All right, recent times.
2017.
Now.
That's 4 years ago.
Right, I'm talking recent times now, 2021. Forget about Floyd Mayweather because his fight, whatever he does, he pulls in numbers. He's different. I'm talking what's here now without Floyd Mayweather. When we're talking what's here now, Manny Pacquiao, one big, huge pay-per-view star, only pulled in 200,000. Tank Davis, he's a big, huge pay-per-view star.
How many pay-per-views has Joshua sold in the
listen to me. I'm trying to get my point across to you. If you say Joshua hits $1 million over here, all right, grant you, because they're only 25 $30 when it works out to equation with yours, $30 a time, it's still $1 million. It's still more money, bro. But then if you brought Wilder over here, plus a full stadium, 70, 80, 90,000, right? And then plus the pay-per-views, it's going to be 2 million plus. 2 million plus pay-per-views, which you will over here, because we will turn up. We will turn up and we will buy the pay-per-views. It's more money over here, son. More money over here.
Listen, I'm not going to argue where the most amount of money is because at the end of the day,
well, that was
where pay-per-views are concerned.
One time, let him answer.
Where pay-per-views are concerned, Joshua has not sold a single pay-per-view stateside. That's a fact, right? That's a fact. So if you wish to believe there's more money over there, that might possibly be the case. However, traditionally, historically, all right, there is a reason why Las Vegas is the true mecca of boxing. There is a reason why all of the big fights, without exception, have happened in Las Vegas.
Okay. So why doesn't Deontay Wilder come over here and fight Anthony Joshua?
Because Eddie Hearn will not allow that fight to happen. That's why.
Bloody hell. Okay.
In your opinion.
In my opinion.
It's not even an opinion because the man has made the offers have been made, so it's not a valid opinion. Multiple offers have been made. So for Fight Doctor to say because Eddie Hearn won't make it happen is patently and utterly nonsensical. I'm not even gonna. So there's no point even arguing the point because it's clearly not true. And it's not even an assumption. No, it's not an assumption because offers have been made. Significant offers have been made, 100 million. You can't argue against that. So it ain't no assumption. It's clearly just not true. But anyway, I'm not going to argue a point because the people will. Okay, time for a poll. Time for a poll. Okay, so. Let's get this poll crack-a-lacking. We already asked you who you think's gonna win between AJ and Usyk. We already did that the previous show, and we know it's Anthony Joshua. This poll is because we're not looking beyond the fight, but we're looking at the landscape of the heavyweight division everybody thinks Tyson Fury is going to win. Well, a lot of people think Tyson Fury is going to win, but there's a chance that Deontay Wilder might win. There is a chance that Deontay Wilder might win. There is a chance. And so if he does, this is the poll. What's the question?
I have the answer to the question.
So hold on a second. You're saying the fight doctor that Deontay Wilder won't come because there's more money in America. So
that's not what I'm saying. No, sir, that's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly what you're saying.
No, sir, that's not what I'm saying.
The man has no ambition. So we've got
no. That's not what I said, sir.
Yes,
please do not misrepresent my words. I did not say that
because of the money.
I said the reason why the fight hasn't happened is because of Eddie Hearn. That's the reason why the fight hasn't happened. And listen, let me go on record saying right now, okay, if Tyson Fury gets beaten and if Deontay Wilder looks good in the process, I promise you will hear every excuse come out of Eddie Hearn's mouth as to why the fight won't happen.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, we'll see.
Totally ridiculous.
We'll see.
That's patently ridiculous. I'm going to ask you again because I want to.
So wait. So when is the fight? October 9th?
I'm going to ask you again. Why will Deontay Wilder not come to the UK to fight for Undisputed?
Eddie Hearn is the reason. Because he does not want his guy to get knocked out. That's why.
Eddie Hearn has made an offer. Deontay Wilder walked away from it. So it's not Eddie Hearn. It's Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder walked away from $100 million. $100 million. So I ask you again, why won't Deontay Wilder come to the UK to fight? You said it was money.
Eddie Hearn is the reason why that fight will not happen.
You said it's because the money was bigger in the US.
The money is bigger over here.
You said it.
No,
the money is bigger over here. Yes, it is.
Forget about that. You said it.
I said the reason why the fight won't happen is because of your boy, Eddie Hearn. That's the reason why the fight isn't going to happen.
You have said on this show that the reason Deontay Wilder won't come over to fight Anthony Joshua in the UK is because of the money. You have
No, sir. That's not what I said. Now you're just misrepresenting what I said. No, sir.
You have
okay.
Said
let me set the record straight. May I set the record straight, please? Yes. Okay. Yes. The reason why Deontay Wilder will not come to the UK and knock Anthony Joshua's block off is because Eddie Hearn does not want Deontay Wilder upsetting his apple cart. That's why.
You have said on this show that the reason Deontay Wilder won't come over and fight Anthony Joshua in the UK is because the money is bigger in the USA.
No, sir. I'm saying
yes, you have.
No, sir. No, sir. No,
yes,
sir.
you have.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, let's do a poll.
Like how you used to like to say yes, yes, yes. No, no, no.
Right,
okay. No, sir.
Fight doctor. Can I ask you a question?
Yes,
Can I ask you a question? If they go to the USA, does this fight go on PBC or DAZN?
I can't answer that. I mean, I don't know. Listen, I'm a fight fan.
Well, Joshua fights on DAZN. So if Joshua's on DAZN, and is Wilder gonna come over to DAZN? You knows the truth. Mate.
Look. If Wilder is contractually beheld to the PBC, or if he's contractually beheld to their television partners, then he can't fight on DAZN. That's just the simple fact of the matter. It's business.
There you go.
So
that's why the fight
needs.
The only reason the fight can happen is in UK, mate. In UK, it's the only way.
Listen, I can't speak to who is beholden to what contract. Now, maybe perhaps there are some legal issues that would first need to be, worked out for the fight to happen. Listen, we've seen many fights. There have been a lot of fights, especially recently, that did not happen or took a long time to happen for these reasons. So I'm not saying that's not a possibility, but I think personally the main reason why this fight hasn't happened is because of Eddie Hearn. That's just what I think.
But fact doctor, Eddie Hearn he signed a lifetime contract with him. You knows Joshua's with Eddie Hearn. So if Eddie Hearn goes to America, then he's on the zone. So he's on the zone. That means Wilder's got to come over to the zone. PBC is not going to allow Wilder to come over to the zone.
But
But
the
yes,
question,
you all make
now here's the
Joshua
question that needs to be asked. Here's the question that needs to be asked. Can Deontay Wilder fight on the zone without being in breach of a contract? That's the question that needs to be asked.
Yes, he can. He's a free agent, as he said.
You've seen his contract. So you've seen his contract.
He's a free agent, but he ain't a free agent.
He might be a promotional free agent, but that doesn't mean he can fight on any network.
According to him, according to the man himself, he is a free agent. That means he can go anywhere he so sees fit. He is a free agent. Okay.
And if that's the case, then the stumbling block is indeed Eddie Hearn. That's the problem.
Okay, we've done the poll. We want to find out. Listen, we're looking beyond the fight to potential fights. Now, the question is, we need people to respond to the poll, please. The poll is in the chat. And the question is, as I heard it, did the fight doctor say Wilder? And by the way, after the show, I'll listen back to this probably tomorrow. I'll find the segment and I will timestamp it so it will be clear. Please respond to the poll. We go back to that later. Okay, so we're looking beyond this fight. If Usyk wins, then that's a whole different set of situations. If Joshua wins, that's what we focused on. It's a UK channel. We focused on if Joshua wins, and if Wilder wins, which is unlikely but still possible. What happens next? Because Deontay Wilder ain't coming to the UK. He ain't coming to the UK according to the fight doctor. But at least it seems as if we need Fury to win, because there seems a greater possibility of that fight happening than the Wilder fight. Wilder just don't see. I don't even want to talk about it. I just don't want to talk about it. I just don't even want to talk about Wilder because he don't seem to want it. He just don't seem to want it. Did the fight doctor say Wilder won't come to the UK to fight because the money is bigger in the UK? 57% of people said yes, he said it, and 43% of people said no. So that's fairly inconclusive, but I know I heard it. I'll timestamp it when I watch the show back, probably sometime tomorrow. I misclicked the poll. I was supposed to click yes because the fight doctor did say that. I heard him, but it's all right. I'm going to timestamp it. I'll probably timestamp it after I watch the show tomorrow because I definitely heard that. But at the moment, it's inconclusive. But when I play it back, I will hear it and I will timestamp it because I know I heard it. But at the moment, we have to say the jury is out.
The Anthony Joshua cheerleading contingent is out. That's what's out. Okay, don't get it twisted.
Well, this guy says this is why this dude's channel hasn't grown because of the BS bias. What do you mean bias? I'm giving you my opinion. My opinion. Can't a man have an opinion? You heard whatever I say. You know the fight doctor's going to say the opposite. So how is that bias? That's balance. That's more balance than bias, my friend.
Raf, haters going to hate anyway, son. They're going to hate.
Haters going to hate. And if it was so bad, what the hell are you doing here?
You go blind if you keep playing with that thing.
Hey, you got to keep this thing nice and shiny, brother. You got to keep this thing nice and shiny just in case I need to use it at any given time. So what? Okay, so the bigger question is, we've already asked you about. I've already asked you. So Fury needs to win. I mean, really and truly, I don't care who wins the last fight. But for us to see undisputed, the problem is for us to see, okay, so that's the next poll. Let me shut this one down. End the poll. Okay. Next poll is going to be, where is it? I pressed that button. I gotta press it twice. I've got to press it
And
twice.
Raf, I'm exactly the same as you. I don't care who wins on that other fight. I do not care. Because either way, they got to fight Joshua. But yet, they're going to make up an excuse on PBC Island. They're going to keep that belt there. They're not going to fight Joshua. He's going to recycle that belt. But Al Heyman, they won't admit it, do not want to take the chance of Eddie Hearn unifying, taking all the belts and owning them. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to happen. But people in America won't see the truth. They can't see the truth.
Some people in America, who is more likely to fight Joshua for undisputed? Who is more likely to fight Joshua for undisputed? Who is more likely to fight? Okay. Wilder, Fury. Ask the community. Fight Dr. Tay taking a bit of a beating in the comment section, but don't worry about that. I know you got thick skin. Maybe a straight answer would be nice. Okay, so the poll. So the poll is up, and the question is: who is more likely to fight Joshua for undisputed? Get your questions in, because we ain't got long. I don't want to spend the whole of my Friday night sitting at the computer, and neither do you. So get your answers in. There's 19 people in the chat now. We want at least 19. We want at least 18 responses. You see, in fact, Doctor, this is the problem, because it's clearly known, because people can clearly see that Wilder has no interest and no ambition to be undisputed, because once he does that, he's going to be having to fight mandatories every year as opposed to every couple of years, because it's pretty clear that Wilder has no interest in being undisputed. People are going to want Fury to win. Personally, I don't give a rat's ass who wins. The only reason I do give a rat's ass who wins is because I know that it's become very, very clear that Deontay Wilder has no interest in becoming undisputed. He'll talk about it. He'll accuse other people. He'll say other people, it's because of him, it's because of her, it's because of them. But he won't take responsibility for himself. Sign the contract and fight for undisputed, because that's the perception. The perception. Wilder can't win. If Wilder wins, we are royally screwed. If Wilder wins, there's no undisputed. If Fury wins, there's still no guaranteed undisputed. It's just that there's a marginally more of a chance with Fury.
I don't think Fury can fight in the UK anymore.
Yeah, he can.
Yes, he can. Yeah, he can.
Just apply for
his license.
Takes
2 weeks. It takes 2 weeks to apply for your license. If you fight in Nevada, you apply for your license in Nevada. You fight in New York, you apply for your license in New York. Whatever you fight, you apply for your license. It takes 2 weeks. But I don't know this misconception when everyone's saying you can't fight you. It takes 2 weeks to apply for your license. And that's why people, because you're fighting all around the world, you don't apply for license. You let them run out. And then wherever you're fighting, you apply for your license. So stop that misconception that he can't fight you.
It's a misconception. It's not true. 2 weeks. 2 weeks, my friend. 2 weeks. Let's go over. Let's head over. Okay. Come on, people. More people. There's lots of people in the chat. Okay, I know some people are probably driving. Some people are flying planes and whatnot, so everybody can't respond. But come on, let's get more. Let's get more people responding. Undisputed will not happen with Fury or Wilder involved. It's a shame, but that's very, very possible. It's a shame. It's a crying shame. If he beats you, well, that's right. That's on that basis that if he beats Usyk, I mean, if Usyk beats him, it's a whole different dynamic. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave that to you know, that's a different question. We're talking about the UK versus America. If Joshua wins and if Deontay wins, if that happens, do we get undisputed? I say we don't. I say we don't. Parliamentary procedure at all times, people. At all times. Okay, it's jumped up more people. Mr. Pep Talk UK has passed away. What?
Who said that? No way. Who said that?
Yeah,
Who
I'm
said
reading
that?
this. I'm reading this in the Secret Society. Mr. Pep
Who's saying that?
Talk.
That's a troll. That's a troll. That's a troll.
No. This is in the Secret Society. It's not a troll. Mr.
Straight
Pep
up.
Talk, Mr. Pep Talk UK. I'm reading it now. I'm reading it.
No, he's good. Good channel.
I'm reading it.
No way.
Mr.
That's
Pep Talk
shocking.
UK has passed away. Are you what? Really? Where do you get the info, bro? Let me just write this. Where did you? I'm going to tell you something now. I'm going to tell you something in a second after I wrote this. Something that I was thinking today, and it directly ties into this. You're not going to believe this when I tell you what I was thinking today, and this thing happens. Where did you hear that, bro? Bro, D-A-H. Where'd you hear that, brother? Where'd you hear that, brother? Okay, so I've written that in. Okay, so I'm not saying that's a fact. That's just something that I've got from the Secret Society, and those are all channel owners. Those guys all run channels. Fight Doctor, you probably don't know what we're talking about. Mr. Pep Talk UK is a UK channel. Very good channel. He interviewed all the top people, and allegedly he's passed away. Okay, so let me tell you what I was. Thinking today. Let me tell you factually what I was thinking today. I was just musing. I was thinking to myself, yo, no, because I was thinking it in terms of speaking it. So speaking it on the channel, and the thought went like this: me saying to you, thinking it today, only a few hours ago. I was thinking to myself, yo, there's gonna be channel owners. There's gonna be a channel owner who is going to die at some point. And I was thinking to myself, well, how would the subscribers know? Because if somebody dies, if a channel owner dies, it's not necessarily the case that everybody's just going to know. He's going to be connected like that. The people are going to find out straight away. It's not necessarily the case. And I was thinking only a few hours ago, I was thinking to myself and thinking about speaking on it, because there was a series of thoughts in my head. I said, hold on a second. So at some point, a channel owner, the leader of a channel that you like, that you're subscribed to, at some point, one of them guys, at some point, a channel owner is going to die. And I was just thinking to myself, well, how will the subscribers know? You're just going to be waiting for the next video and thinking, damn, such and such is getting real lazy. In the meantime, the man has died. And now, less than a few hours later, I just got the news that a channel owner has died. When I was just thinking about it, speaking about it a few hours ago. What the hell is that, Leighton Evelyn?
Gutted, Raf. Proper gutted, bro. He was good channel. He spoke to Joshua. He got all his hardcore with the British guys. Yeah, I'm hardcore. Like, bro, that's gutted. If that's for real, I don't accept it. Like, I'm not saying like whatever, but that's horrible, bro. That's horrible. That's like, I'm shocked, bro. I'm shocked because he was a good guy. I'm subscribed to him. I listen to his
Me
stuff,
too.
and he has the two younger boys who talks on the live shows, and I jumps on the live shows with them. But mate, he is good. He is quality.
Where did you hear that, brother? The response was he'd been ill for a few weeks, and today his friend came on his channel and said they're shutting it down because he's passed away. OMG. Wow. Dang. Wow. R.I.P. R.I.P. Mr. Pep Talk. This is crazy. I was thinking about this a few hours ago. I'm thinking about speaking on it a few hours ago. I swear. Wow. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Who's this Paddy the Bandit Pimlet? I don't know what that is. There's a tribute video on their channel 12 minutes ago. He had kids too. That's life. Wow.
I'm shocked. I'm proper shocked, bro. I'm shocked.
Hold on a second. Let me just show some respect. Let me just give him the banner. Let me pull that down. Let me drop that down. And let me give him a banner. Let me give him a banner out of respect. No. Let me make one. R.I.P. What's his name? Pep Talk. Pep Talk. He's friends with Joshua as well. Well, they talked. Pep Talk UK. R.I.P. Pep Talk UK. What's going on? Show that. R.I.P. Pep Talk UK. What else do I need to do? I need to
respect, Raf. That's respect, bro.
Yeah. I need to drop that. I need to go to his channel. Pep Talk UK. Oh my God. It's true. I can see the tribute video.
Devastation, bro. Devastation.
I can see the tribute video 15 minutes ago. Hold on. I wonder if it's copyright. No, I think I can play it. Let's play. Let's play. I don't know what he says. I don't know what the hell he says, but let's play. Let's drop the music. Actually, I should probably keep the music just in case in the background.
Drop the music, Raf. Drop the
music. Copyright issues. If I play it without the music, might be copyright issues. So it's got to be with the music.
With the greatest of sadness, I wanted to let you all know that Proby's, aka Mr. Pep Talk, Frankie Beckles, passed away today. I wanted you all to say a little prayer for him, for his daughters and family that he leaves behind. And wanted to say thank you to all the viewers at Pep Talk for the love and support you've shown us, the Pep Talk boys, over the years. And wanted to sign off this channel by saying thank you, and remember my friend, brother, compadre in a great light, and I hope you enjoy what he's provided for the boxing community over the years, because he's enriched my life over the years. And if you can all say a little prayer for him, it would be greatly appreciated.
Okay, due to copyright issues, so I had to play the music over it, so there's something conflicting, so it's not just straight. I'm not saying they would issue a copyright strike on it. I doubt it, but you never know. You have to be careful. You have to be safe. I was thinking about it. I was talking about it to myself. a few hours ago talking to talk to you guys. Yo, at some point the channel owner's gonna die, and how we gonna know? Well, damn, that's mad. That's mad that I was thinking about it. It's mad that I was having that internal conversation, and a few hours later, Pro Beast, Pep Talk UK, channel I was subscribed to, a channel I liked, a channel I interacted with. I said a couple things to him, nice things to him. He said a couple of nice things to me about my channel, vice versa. And it's crazy. It's crazy that to think the man has passed away. Absolutely crazy. I'm going to end the poll. Who's more likely to fight? Joshua for undisputed, Wilder 25%, Fury 75%. We end the poll now. Wow, what can I say? What can I say? Oh, wow, this Paddy guy. That's funny. Okay, let me just take care of that. Let me just take care of that. Okay, good. Right. So, what are we saying? You had kids. Oh, I want to quote that fella. Yeah, just paid my respects 100%. RIP 100%. I've been on panels with him, always respectful, even in disagreement. 100, 100, 100. Yeah. Wow. 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 Okay, it's true. RIP, and it is true indeed. Wow. Okay, folks. Let me cut the music. Wow, it's a sad way to end the day. Let me bring that down. Sad way to end the day. Wow. Yeah, my final words. The Fight Doctor, your final words.
My final words are this. I expect that Joshua is going to do what a heavyweight of his caliber is supposed to do. I'm expecting that this fight will not go the distance. I think that Joshua will look good. I'm hoping that Joshua will face the winner of Wilder Fury. I'm hoping. I suspect that if the winner is Wilder and Wilder is emphatic in his victory, we will not see Joshua face Wilder next because of Eddie Hearn. I would like to be proven different. I would like to be proven wrong.
Hey,
I would very much like to be proven wrong.
that's how you feel, my friend.
And listen, and look, I'll say this. I would like to see Anthony Joshua beat Wilder and Fury. All right. Reason being is that I think that Joshua is a better representative of the heavyweight division than either of those two. Okay. Eddie Hearn seems to not share the same sentiment. But me personally, I would like to see Joshua beat both of them. But if Wilder wins, I don't expect that will be Joshua's next fight.
Okay, and that was the final word from the Fight Doctor. Fight Doctor, much appreciation, much appreciation. Speak to you next time. Okay, and then there were two. Leighton Evelyn, your final words, please.
My final words, bro, is with Pro Bs. It's like all the rest is irrelevant. There's a small community, YouTube community. I've met my people like you, Raf. I've met people like who I've met. My other friends, they love their football, they love their thing. I ain't got my boxing mates, which I need, so I put my boxing mates. And to me, I'm devastated, mate. I'm devastated because I don't want to see a good person like Pro B's go. It's like the rest is irrelevant. The rest is irrelevant to me. There's a life gone, mate. There's a life gone, and it's like boxing community is so small as it is, and there's not so many. There's not maybe I don't do a YouTube community channel like you, Raf, and I respect you for doing it. And to me, I'm devastated, mate. I'm devastated. I don't care about the boxing, mates. I'm devastated. I'm devastated. That's my final words, bro.
100%. That was the Leighton Evelyn. That was the Leighton Evelyn. Okay, so Pro Bees is gone. Rest in peace, Pro Bees. So yeah, definitely give him a bell. One life is gone, but you know, we in the boxing community. We're in the boxing community, and we love it. We love boxing. He loves boxing. What would he say? What would he say? He would say, go on, Joshua. That's what he would say. He'd say, enjoy your fights. Enjoy your fights. Enjoy your boxing. Enjoy your boxing. RIP to Pro Bs. Yes, but the boxing will go on. Okay, so thank you to everyone who came here. Thank you to the Fight Doctor, spirited arguments as per usual. To the latent Evelyn, full of vim and vigor and life. One person goes, we raise a toast to him. We raise a toast to him. We raise a toast to Pro Beast. Okay. It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like. It's the subscribe. It's the comments. It's the shares. And it's the hitting the bell icon to stay updated with news and notification. Pro Beast is gone, but the boxing carries on. I'll be here. Rest in peace to Pro Beast. But I'll be here tomorrow to cover the Anthony Joshua fight. Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk. And I raise a toast. I've only got beer right now. I'll probably raise a toast tomorrow when I've got a higher quality drink. So it's a rest in peace. Peace to all, absolutely. Till tomorrow. Sad ending to the show. I think we're all in shock, but we will be back tomorrow to cover the Joshua Usyk fight. Rest in peace, Pro Bees. Blessed.